Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Unconventional Outdoorsman. Today we're going to be taking a look at different types of .22 ammunition and uses and reliability, durability, stuff like that, cost and everything like that. But before we get into today's video, please do me a huge favor and click that subscribe button if you haven't. Also, once you do that, click the notification bell to all notifications. That way you know every time we post a new video here on the channel. So we're going to start off with .22 LR and move our way up to 5.56. So .22 LR is just a basic .22. It's one of the most common rounds. Starting off, we're going to look at the Remington .22 Thunderbolt. You can pick this up in bricks of 500 rounds for like 30 bucks. It's pretty cheap. It's a standard lead-nosed bullet. Nothing too fancy about it. Standard brass casing. Rimfire, as .22s are. I do have quite a bit of reliability issues with this in my 10-22. I don't know if it's just the longer magazines or the extended magazines. Usually, you know, if you're running like a bolt-action single-shot revolver or something, anything like that, you're not going to have too many problems. But if you're going to be firing fast like I did in my Magnum video, you're going to have a lot of problems with this. So that's something to look at if you're going to pick up some of this. But anyways, it's a good value. Get a ton of it. It's fun plinking ammo. You could use this for hunting small game if you wanted to, or taking out varmints. Next, we're going to look at the Winchester, just basic Winchester target ammo. This is good for varmint, small game, target, and plinking. So it is hollow point, which really doesn't add much of a difference in velocity. It's copper plated. That is something I like to look for in my 22s. It adds better reliability and better penetration. Standard, you know, it's got copper plated. It's got lead within it, but copper plated adds better. You know, it doesn't allow it to basically disintegrate as fast. If it hits a target, it's going to stay intact more and keep in one solid projectile instead of branching off into others. So that's the Winchester .22 hollow point copper plated. Basic stuff. You know, you can pick a 2222 box up for this, like $12.99, which is a pretty good deal. You know, I go through one of these in a day of range shooting because how much I shoot, but I mean, either way, it's a good value. Next, we're going to look at the Remington .22 Golden Bullet. So that is one of my favorite types of ammunition too. Comparing it to the Winchester, it is it's not a hollow point, it's a full nose. It is copper plated as well. I don't think that this is all the way through copper. I'm not sure about that though. I could probably figure out that, but I'm pretty sure this has just got lead in the middle as usual. This is kind of like comparing an FMJ to a hollow point. Hollow point is going to kind of like shroom out a little bit more, and a FMJ round is going to stay pretty much intact the whole way through, no matter what it goes to until it stops. So that's .22 Golden Bullet by Remington. Either way, it's good ammo, whatever you pick. Next, we're going to look at the CCI .22 Long Rifle Shot Shell. That is a .22 mag box, which we'll get into here in a minute. So shot shell ammunition, and like whether it's a rifle ammunition or a pistol ammunition, it's basically a standard case, and instead of a solid projectile like a FMJ or a hollow point, it is little BBs inside there, kind of like a miniature shotgun shell. This is really good for varmint hunting, pest control. If you want to use this for home defense, it's probably a good choice too. I mean, I would probably use a shotgun instead. It's probably better at the job, but I mean, you get like 21 pellets or something in there. It's number 12 bird shot. And it's got about 1,000 FPS, so it's definitely not moving at the speeds of a regular .22 long rifle ammunition. But either way, it's good for pest control. It's going to spread out a lot more, not going to have as good as accuracy. I've never had a problem feeding this. I've only fired it through my .22 long rifle revolver. But yeah, either way, that is more expensive. A box like this holds 20 rounds. It's $12.99. So you're increasing the amount of cost per bullet about basically exponentially. You know, this is you aren't going to be going out to the range and plinking with this as much as you are regular standard nosed ammunition. So, anyways, moving on to the .22 WMR or .22 mag round. I've got three different types of ammo here. I'll hold them up for the camera to see. We have just basic standard stuff, and then we've got some VMAX and shot shell. So we'll start off with the standard stuff. .22 Magnum ammunition is usually more expensive than a .22 long rifle. It's a Magnum round, so of course it is. This is Winchester Super X .22 or .22 Win Mag. It's moving at butt naked speed, so it's got 1910 FPS, 40 grain ammo. So basically the same projectile size, almost maybe a hair bigger, depending on the type of ammo you're going to get, as a .22 long rifle. Comparing it to a .22 long rifle, as you can see, .22 long rifle on the left, .22 mag on the right. This 22 mag has quite a bit more powder in it, i.e. making it a Magnum round. So it makes it, more velocity, better long ranges. One of my favorite ways to use this is out of my 22 Win Mag revolver. It's got 2 different cylinders for long rifle and Magnum. But bolt action rifles in this are extremely good pest control. Put a little rimfire optic on there, and you can hit stuff out to like 100, 200 yards, like stacking them like a nail. So it's very easy. This is your basic stuff. 50 round boxes. You might be able to find 100 round boxes here and there, but you're going to pay about $12.99 a box of 50, so definitely way more expensive than 22 long rifle. Standard copper nosed ammo. It is rimfire as well, so nothing too special about that. Next, we're going to go on to the Hornady VMAX. This is a lighter type of ammunition, as you can see, so 30 grain. What VMAX is, it's a standard copper plated bullet with a basically a polymer tip on it. For example, if you're going to have a semi-automatic chambered in this, which is kind of hard to find, but either way, it's going to have more velocity and better penetration power and more accuracy due to the aerodynamics of it. This ammo is actually the same price as the Winchester where I found it. It might be more expensive or less expensive wherever you are. But you can pick up 50 shots of this relatively cheap, $13.99, $15.99, something like that. Comes in a very nice case. As you can see, I took one out here. Basically standard stuff. Either way, you can't go wrong with 22 mag. It's a very good and proven round. So we're moving on to the shot shell ammunition. This is CCI shot shell 22 WMR. Same velocity as a 22 long rifle. It's 1,000 FPS. It's got same 21 pellets, I think. Number 12 shot. Nothing too fancy, just the same as the other stuff, just more power behind it, more powder. You're probably going to get a better spread than the 22 long rifle. But yeah, that's the 22 mag compared to the 22 long rifle. Putting them together, with this you are going to get the brass casing instead of the aluminum casing or steel casing. Whichever one, either way they work. I think that probably increases the cost quite a bit, and it might be because the increased pressure with the 22 mag and the need to get more velocity out of it. So moving on, we are going to one of my favorite rounds and one of the most popular rounds here in the US and across the world. We are going into the 5.56 by 45 NATO round. This is your standard AR ammunition. It's a very popular hunting cartridge for either semi-automatic or bolt action type of ammo. This is Hornady Frontier. I think it's 55 grain. Standard stuff. This is moving way faster than even the 22 mag. As you can see, it's got quite a bit more powder. This says it's moving at 3,240 FPS, but out of a 16-inch barrel, you're not going to get those types of velocities due to the test quality of this. This is probably tested through like a 30-inch barrel, something very impractical that most people are not going to have. However, if you've got a good bolt action precision rifle, you might be able to meet those qualifications. This is just standard stuff. Picked this up at a local sporting goods store. This is one of the best ways to get it. I like Hornady ammunition. I've never had a single jam with them. As you can see here, it's a pretty nice box. This is relatively cheap. I think I picked this up for $15 or something like that. So nothing too special about that. This is definitely going to give you way more velocity. It's one of the favorites for hunting, especially smaller game like hogs, coyotes, stuff like that. Pest control. Very good at hitting out and touching things. I know military uses it for their standard ammunition for standard infantry and stuff. This is an FMJ round, so yeah, nothing too special about it. But let's take a look here at all the different types of ammunition. So, just a quick little overview of everything we went over. 22 long rifle here, here, and here. All these 4 shots. So either way, whatever you choose, it's going to be good for. Each has its own intended purposes. These 3 are basically the same. This is more of a pest control or self-defense type of thing. This is more of a kind of like a exotic type of ammo. Moving on to the 22 mag ammunition, standard stuff. Then you've got the shot shell as well, and now moving up to the 5.56. As you can tell, the casings on, even compared to the 22 LR to the 22 mag, are extremely different. 5.56, great round, even bigger. Either way, with all of these, you're not going to get too much recoil, depending on the firearm. I don't know of any pistols that are chambered in 5.56, and I don't know where they'd want to be. It's more of a rifle cartridge, all of these at least. But that's all for today's video. If you guys would like to see some more 22 videos, I'm thinking about taking out my Marlin Model 60, my Ruger 1022, along with my Heritage Rough Rider revolver, and doing an in-depth review on each while I'm out at the range. If you guys would like to see that, please leave a comment below. But that's all. Like I said, please do me a huge favor and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.